Alright, so this is going to be an 8% run of Armillo. This is a 2D platformer with that features like a lot of puzzle skips and stuff. The run in this game is pretty simple, but at the same time it's kind of hard to optimize because there's a lot of stop and go that you have to deal with, and doing these perfectly it's kind of hard. Like there's optimization and hitting multiple objects with one attack, but these require good angles and stuff like that. So right now, using my Y attack, it does a boost like this that helps me destroy the blocks or the cage where the critters are. The critter are these little blue things. They're your friend in the story, which helps you unlock things and go forward in the story. Most of the level you need a certain amount of them, either for unlocking doors or unlocking special secret world that I'll get to later. But there's a bunch scattered across the levels. And yeah, some level we will be getting a lot, and some other we won't be getting any, depending on what we need. Also, the 3D level in this run, there's the overworld, which I was just in, and there's also the dark world, which you enter by doing the pink portal I just went in. And this dark world basically has it's basically a timer, and when you reach 0 you die, so you have to complete this world in the fastest way possible. The longer one has some kind of piece that you can get that give you more time, so you can continue doing it. Otherwise, if there wasn't these pieces, you wouldn't be able to complete some of them. So now this is the first time you see these tornado-like checkpoints. These are usually there to unlock doors, and you need to activate all of them to get to some doors or part of levels. The mechanic of these can vary between the levels, but most of the time you just go on them and you can grab them. So also at the end of each level there is what we call a moon. So basically you get sent here and you try to collect as many orbs as possible. But for this one, it is faster to just wait anyway, because if you get too many orbs, it's gonna make the score screen longer, so you don't want to grab any. But for the most part, you're going to either try to finish it if it's possible within the time limit, or you're going to damage yourself so that it ends early because you won't have any health left. But for the 1-1, you don't have enough time, because time is based. There's a base timer if you get at least one critter, and then it adds a certain amount of time based on the amount of total critters you have. And if you get 0 critters, you don't get any moon. So in some level, we'll abuse that to skip that part and just go faster. Also, this game pretty much includes new mechanics every level. Sometimes there'll be unique mechanics that you'll only see in that specific level. Sometimes there'll be mechanics that you'll see at some other places. This level introduced this round bumper here. Basically, if you run into them, you get like pushed away, a bit like a pinball game. So you really don't want to hit them because it's kind of hard to recover after that, because you just keep bouncing everywhere. Also, I don't think I've mentioned it, but the yellow light is basically a save point. So if you die, you go back there. Okay, so this level has a unique mechanic, which is these dark tower that you need to hit and destroy in order to continue. It's the only level where you have that. And here you can skip here. Basically, these arrows, you're normally supposed to follow the arrows, or like the path just disappear and you die. But you can skip like half of it by doing a precise jump into the dark world. Or the loading zone, rather. And when I use there is a block that you'll see throughout the game at some point. Basically allows you to, it gives you a jump high in the air, and by using that you can damage the enemy spaceship that you'll see pretty much in every level. You're not always gonna be fighting him, but most of the time. Right. So this moon, you don't have a lot of time, but you can actually complete under the timer. So we're gonna try to do that. Missed one. Yeah, so I missed one. I had to go back, but still faster than waiting. So the next level, 1-3, is actually a fairly hard skip you can do that, like, you pretty much skip half of the level, so, and it's pretty early on, so hopefully I will get it. But the cool thing about it is that the checkpoint is right next to it, so if you die you can pretty much try again, and you pretty much have nine tries before your game over. Hopefully it won't take me that much. Oh, I didn't need that. Okay, well I kinda lost a try here. So, see here with a really precise jump like this, you can get all the way there. It pretty much skips everything in the level, or almost. It's actually fairly hard because the railing just around the corner you jump is actually a lot. The hitbox is a lot wider than what you see. It's actually pretty easy to hit it. You have to be really careful. Okay, so here we're at like a 20-second of just dodging this guy. He's always gonna drop the key at the same spot, so I'm gonna try to grab it early. Be around here. Yeah. And one thing you might have noticed right there is that at the end of the cutscene, when the camera starts going towards you, you can actually move during that time. So when the camera got to me, it was already in the green ending, because I was holding on the joystick the right direction for it. So it's a little time saver you can do. And unfortunately, this moon you cannot do anything about it. It's way too slow to get all of the orbs, so you have to wait. Alright, so if you remember in 1-2, I went near that like big bottle that like give me a square thing. That's basically a secret level, and what secret level are used for? They're used for to unlock planets that require a certain amount of this level to be beaten. Namely the boss levels, planets which are the fourth one of each world. And these secret level are 2D level and fairly quick to do. The mechanics is fairly different from 3D. There's actually a tech you can do in the 2D levels called double jump, or like where you kind of ledge cancel a jump, but you don't lose your height. But because you touch the ledge, you regain the ability to do another jump, so you can like double jump higher. We don't use it in this map though, because it's not really beneficial anywhere. But in some of the later secret level, it will be really used a lot to climb to higher places. Alright, that was good. So the timer for these are not too long. They're not too... I mean, if you do too many mistakes, you can fail these. But it's pretty safe too, that you shouldn't be missing these. Also, so now since we beat the first secret, we can actually do this planet now, which required one of the secret level to be beaten. Each of the boss planet also requires a certain amount of critters. This one required 25, which this route gets exactly. So we can actually get to this boss planet. And as you see now, you can also use the jump box or ability to destroy rocks, which will be used a fairly amount of time. And like before, we can use it to damage the enemy here. Ah, missed. Okay. Sometimes he likes to dodge. You should drop in the key here. So when you don't know the strat, it can be a bit scary because he tries to basically stomp you on the ground. But if you just go in the corner and when he's about to go down, you just shoot him. Oops, I kinda messed up. The way I shoot to make sure it always goes in the good direction is that I shoot with the right joystick on my Wii U Pro controller, and with using that, I can actually control on which angle the shot goes with the joystick relative to my camera angle. So in some instances, I'm gonna be like rolling around an enemy, and I'll be like shooting at the angle I want with the joystick, which is really convenient. Because the actual gun actually tries to follow the boss if you turn around him, but it's kind of slow, and sometimes it doesn't really catch up enough. You have like to wait and stuff, like turn wider. But if you shoot by yourself, the angle yourself, it's much easier. And here's another section of you know, just don't get hit and then hit him. Fairly easy. By the way, the box I'm getting is basically a box that makes you giant. I just don't really have time to show it to you because I use it so fast, but you'll get to see it later, where Armillo is really, really big. Oh, we just have to get to the end. Like I said before, each boss planet, which are the fourth one of the worlds, they don't have a moon, so we don't have to worry about critter cons or anything. Alright, so that's the first world done. This game has 5 worlds, and each of the 5 worlds have 4 levels. Though in some of them we'll be getting more or less secret levels because we need a certain amount to beat the game. Alright, 2-1. So a couple of the planet in the second world like Sandy-like themed. And they have a lot of these like path over the or in glass path over the levels. Okay, so now I don't know if we've seen this before, but these are big rollers that follows a path that you have to avoid. You got a really nice pattern there. Sometimes they can be in the way and it's kind of annoying because you have to avoid them because you get squished and sent back to the last save point. So it's very important you don't get hit because that loses you a lot of time. So here, there's a pattern, you have to hit these. If you don't do it in the good order, it won't work. I kinda have to wait for this one. I don't have a lot of health. Okay. Normally I would have just taken the damage and went with it, but you know, I don't want to die because I'm too low on health. Okay, so here you have to deal with all the rock coming down. And this is the first instance of these types of puzzle. So basically you can only go, if you cross a block, you can only go in the direction the block is pointing to. So you have to find the right back to the end. Otherwise you end up in the path where you just fall and die, and you have to redo the puzzle. So it's really important to actually follow the right path. Here I got another secret puzzle, and I can just end up the level. Alright, 2-2. We'll also get the capsule in this level. It's fairly easy to forget it in the run because it's a bit out of the way, but it's really worth it. And also there's a pretty cool skip you can do that saves a bit of time. Okay. And these you have to shoot them to unlock the door. This world is just full of these spiky robot thing. You just have to deal with them. And here I'm gonna take damage, so I lose the cannon, so I can jump here, because if you have the cannon equipped, you actually can make these big jumps like that and just skip the level. Alright, so if you want to complete the thing, you go right, but there's a capsule right here to the left that I'm gonna take, but it's a fairly fast one to get. And we have the critters for it. Okay, so here the thing is, this ship is trying to stomp us, but we have to dodge and let him like destroy the path for us. Oh, that's not good. You have to be careful to have the right timing to go away, but otherwise you're either gonna get hit or he's just not gonna destroy the block. because he's gonna try to follow you a bit. The timing is really important. That was overall really good too. And here is the first planet where we can actually damage ourselves, so we're gonna use that to end the planet early, and so we don't have to like wait or collect any of the orbs. It is way faster that way. Alright, so we got the secret level in 2.1 and 2.2. We don't need it in 2.3. The next ones are going to be in the third world. For now, 2.3, we're only gonna get 3 critters. And that's for the first door, because otherwise we wouldn't need any. This level is unique in the sense that there's a lot of rocks falling everywhere, but you kinda have to wait for them to advance. Which is unfortunate because they're RNG basically when they fall. Like it will never take forever for them to like fall, but sometimes you can lose like 2 or 3 seconds to waiting. And this level just overall has a lot of things that can hit you. So I'm gonna try to keep my health up as much as possible because it's fairly easy to die. Okay, at least they didn't hit. What I got hit with is basically a cannon that when you get hit, you get slowed for a certain amount of time. And yeah, you don't want to get slowed because you don't go fast and you lose time. So they're usually fairly easy to avoid. So another of these puzzle, really easy one. And here normally you would have to do in the dark world, and the answer to the puzzle is in the dark world. But I already know the orders, so I don't need to go there. I'm just gonna wait for the rock to destroy this. Jump over. Here, instead of just going through, I'm just gonna jump around it and straight to the end. And we can also damage ourselves in this with this spike. You can also do it with the roller going around, but every time you get hit, you get transported back to the beginning of the moon. So it's kind of slow. It's way faster to just use the spike to damage. So that was a really good 2-3. Okay, so now the secret levels. We have 2-2 and 2-1 to do. It gets a little bit more complicated than the first one, but it's still fairly easy. It's just you want to try to not lose any cycle, because this 2D level is based off gears, as you can see. So you want to try to catch all the cycle you can, all the fast cycle. Oh, okay. Messed up a bit, but not too bad. Here we're gonna skip this because we don't want to use. It's too slow to use the boost there because you can just fall and you have to wait for the animation and all. Oh, I missed. Alright, fairly decent. like I said, there's a lot of levels in this game that are like based off one thing, and they just play around it to make levels, and or like they introduce unique stuff in that one level and really like explode it to the maximum. Like this one introduced these weird like pink thing that kind of just transport you around. Also, these like pink electricity line, if you hit them, you like lose some health, and you also get transferred back to an earlier point, because there's like invisible save points throughout the 2D levels where if you like get hit by one of these, you get transferred back. That's really bad. Also, if you in the 2D levels, I don't think I mentioned it, but there's no actual life, like, you know, 1-ups and stuff. So if you if you get hit 3 times, you have to start again from the beginning. So it's really important you don't hit 3 times. Which is why sometimes I'll do save strat just so I don't have to restart from the beginning. But these two are fairly easy. And World 3 is gonna be quite fairly harder than this, because World 3 has some hard secrets. Alright, so 2-4. This is actually the first mini-boss, the first time we're gonna fight the mini-boss in this level, because you kind of always fight it like multiple small times in the boss levels, except the last one. The first one is fairly hard, and I might die once. Hopefully not. I jump over the fire. Oh, that's not good. Okay, we survived. All that matter. Just gonna go around to be safe. Did I miss one? Oh, really? I didn't even see. I forgot that one. Right. So it throws you a rock that explodes if you don't do anything, and you just kinda use it to damage him. I'll wait a bit, because otherwise it's like, for some reason you just can't actually kick the rock. Like if the hitbox is actually goes out late. Also, this key takes sometimes to activate, so I have to wait a bit. Okay. So here's an example of what I was saying before, where I'm using the right joystick on my Wii U Pro controller to shoot instead of just letting the cannon shoot himself, because if you don't use that joystick to aim, it's gonna try to aim for you, but it just turns too slow to be it turns fast enough that if you do big circle around him, it's fine, but if you do small circle like me, it just doesn't work. So I just shoot it myself instead of letting the game aim. Right, so here we save our friend and For the next two chapters, world, we're gonna be playing as our friend, which I forgot the name. I usually remember, but it's lately the friend of Armillo that's been captured from the beginning. Alright, so World 2's done, so up to World 3. 3-1 is probably one of the longest level in the game. It introduces a really interesting mechanic though, that you don't see in any little level, but it makes this level a real nightmare when you're casual to actually know where to go, because it's actually really hard when you don't know what you're doing. But basically, there are these big batteries thingy, and when you bob them, if I can touch it, thank you. When you touch them, it turns to winter, and when you touch them again, it turns back to these fire things. And depending on which tents you are, it opens / closes paths that you can go. So with that, you have to hit them in an order so that you can beat the level. Also, we're gonna get a lot of critters because there's just so many in the way, and we're gonna get the secret level, which requires 25 critters in this level. Okay. So this is just about going through the level, knowing where to go, and eating this cycle. So when we're in winter, we have to wait for these blocks, and when it's the fire cycle, we have to wait for the fire to go away. Though you don't have to wait for the fire to be completely gone. You can kind of jump when it's almost gone, like 3/4 done, and there's like no hitboxes that will damage you. Like this. Oh, I'm gonna destroy these things, because it's gonna open up something later. Alright, so we have to get another Dark World section. Here there's a lot of critters that we're gonna get. I'm gonna skip one because I need 22 out of this. Okay, nice. I'm gonna use the block again to destroy these, because we need to destroy all the spike thing to unlock this door, which will lead us to the room where the secret level is. I'll just need to wait for him, and destroying him will give us the secret level. And that's the end. It is pretty hard to know where to go when you haven't played the game. It's a real puzzle. Also, we can use these fires here to just, like before, end the level earlier. You can't actually just stand in the fire, because you won't regain the ability to get damage if you're still like in the fire that you just got damaged for on. So you have to actually move that way and wait until you gain back your vulnerability and then get hit again. Oh, I forgot to split. This is a pretty good tree one. So this this level plays a lot with the mechanics of the ice, and you'll see why soon. When you're near the ice, you can't move properly. You kind of just slide in one direction, and you can change your direction after a couple seconds. But you don't have the freedom of movement, so you have to be careful with what you're doing. And they created a lot of puzzle in this specific planet to go with that mechanic. Okay, I'm gonna be sliding. And when you're in that stance of like in the ice, you kinda just bounce off things. And it can be kinda hard to go where you want. And also you can do puzzle like this that uses the ice mechanic, or you can just push blocks. Okay. I guess it's kinda hard to control in the ice what you're doing. But yeah, the ice mechanic and just resolving the puzzle on them and like pushing the block is pretty much the theme of this planet. There we go. So we just use the rock to destroy the thing because it's not really faster, but it's just a lot safer than you don't get. No, you don't get hit, and there's not really, you know, any way you can die if you use the rock. The rock is just stuck there. And we get to the end, so. It's possible to actually complete this moon. There's nothing to actually to really damage you. But if you're fast enough, you can complete it. But I messed up, so I don't think I will be able. Yeah, not a big deal. Like, the fastest I've been able to complete it, I had maybe 2 seconds left. So you don't lose that much time if you don't. Alright, tree. We're gonna get a third capsule. If you paid attention, we get the secret level for both tree 1 and tree 2, and we're also gonna get that tree, which is really important because it's gonna allow us to have an extra level. I'll explain why later. Here you just have to follow the path. There's a couple of these in the game. You saw like in the second world I skipped a part, but for this one you kinda have to just go with it. And here you're supposed to ride this big platform, but you kinda just can jump all the way and not use the big platform and go a lot faster. So here, hopefully I'm fast enough. Okay, so if you're not fast enough, these rocks can actually disengage the checkpoints, and like you have to repress them and then disengage others. But if you're fast enough, they're usually not really a nuisance. And here we introduce a laser, which you're gonna see at some places in the game, and you just destroy stuff. And we guess the last capsule from War 3. Thanks, the good luck, Kiwi. I'm doing commentary, by the way, just so you know. I might not answer that much. Anyway, here we have a small section where we have to press this button to rotate this and to make our way to through the level. Okay, nice. So these purple thing, you see them a bit after this level. They're introduced in this one, and basically they send you to another place. And if you take the same one you just enter, you go back to the one where you were. A pretty simple mechanic. I'm using them right now because I have to hit all 5 checkpoints to open the door. Otherwise I can't continue. Okay. So this moon is one of the moon, like I said before. It's not worth it to try to collect everything. It's impossible, and there's no way to damage yourself, so you can just wait. Though it's a moon that it uses the mechanic of the purple light. Just go around and try to find your way to get everything, but we're just gonna wait it out. Alright, so secret. We have 3 secret to do, technically 4, which I'll explain why. So basically, when the 4th planet of each world doesn't have any secret level to unlock in the level. But if you complete all of the secret levels of the first 3 planets, you get the 4th secret. So since we got all we're gonna complete all of the 3 planets secret, we're gonna be able to do the 4th one as well. They get a lot harder than the one before. It's actually fairly easy to just die here and get squished. Which I'll just take it easy, because I don't feel like resetting this one. Well, that was fairly close. Yes, please. Alright. So this level introduces a mechanic of well, you see a mechanic earlier where Armillo would just lose he would lose his growth, like it would get smaller and smaller every time, but this is fairly the same, except that you you just go smaller or bigger one time. And you have to make your way through the level with these boxes. Oops. Okay, no big deal. The rotating platform was kind of in a bad spot. Here, if you're fast enough, you can skip 2 of the laser at a time, but it was kind of slow, so I had to do a 3 cycle. Alright, that was a bit of a slow tree too, but it's a fairly hard one, so it's not too bad. Though tree 3 and tree 4 are probably the hardest for me. Hopefully these 2 goes well. Oops. Okay. It's not a big deal. There's not many things that can really damage you in this level. The gimmick of this secret level is just you have to go and find your way with these switches. And you have to use these blocks that you can push around. Alright, so since we completed tree 1, tree 2, and tree 3, we can go to tree 4. And that one is probably the hardest in the run, to be honest. But it is extremely fun, and I'll get to showcase a double jump here. So if I jump and hit the ledge in a certain way, I can get another jump. If I can get one. I'll try to point out if I can get one. It's fairly hard. I haven't got one. Well, so basically you get double jump by, like, you have to hit the ledge of a platform in a way that you don't lose your momentum, but you're still going to, like, you're still going to get another jump because you hit the ledge. So you can get double jumps and go really high. Oh my god, okay. I thought I had 1 life left, but I had 2. Alright, so now we can do the boss planet for this world. There's a few interesting new things in that one. Especially there's you have to like go with the there's a few cycles you have to catch, and there's things you have to destroy that you don't normally see in any other of the levels. Like here. Gonna have to follow this. Oh, I jumped too early. Okay. So you can kind of jump around this. Alright. So by doing that, we get the key in the overworld and we can continue. And once again, get the block ability, which is can destroy what we need to destroy to advance. Here there's a bit of a slow section where they're gonna move blocks and we kinda just have to wait and not get squished. There's two patterns that they can do and I got the faster one, so that's good. There's another one that you lose I think it's like something, it's almost 15 seconds or there's a lot more stuff to move around. Okay, so now we're gonna use a laser again. Okay, we have to defeat this boss, so we're gonna have to hit him a couple times. Like the gun, I use the right joystick on my Wii U controller to aim where I actually want. It is just a lot easier. Here you can see one of the rare moments where this game lags, because there's just so much smokes everywhere. Oops. Alright, so we're done with World 3. It was a fairly easy boss fight, just need to be careful a bit. So 4-1 has the biggest skip in the entire game. You can basically finish the level in like 10 seconds. It is fairly hard. Not extremely hard, but so that I should be able to get it first try. But it still requires some precise jumps. And it's kinda sad because it's my favorite music and my favorite level casually, but you just skip all of it, pretty much. And there you go, we're to the end. So that skips, that level would be very long normally if you would do all the puzzles and stuff. But thankfully we can just kind of jump around and get to the end. So 4-2 has some interesting mechanics that we're gonna see in the Dark World, actually, which make it fairly hard. I'll explain it when I get there. But it is a fairly long level, overall. Here we need the critters to open the door. Jump over this. Oops. Ah. Okay, we're fine, we're fine. I thought I would have died here, but I didn't, so. Just gonna take it easy. So it's really easy to just get hit everywhere. There's a lot of things that just goes around and cycles, so it's very hard. Here there's 4 of these checkpoints to hit, but they're pretty far away from each other. So you have to go through pretty much all of this maze. Okay. So here's the fun part. There are cannons in here. As you can see, they're not red, they're green. Oh, okay, that's really early hit. It's reverse the controls, so I have to deal with that was really bad, actually. Oh no, I couldn't do that. Okay, I can just retry because the checkpoint is there. But it's just a really hard Dark World because of that. Oh my god, okay. You know, everybody knows it's the reverse controls are just an annoying thing overall. Oh my god, okay. I can't do this anymore. Did we go around? Why am I getting stuck? There you go, finally. Alright, that took a lot more time than it should have been, but we still made it. I'm not too familiar with this one. Okay. I think it's like that. Yeah, okay. Can be somewhat hard to remember sometimes. Just make sure I don't fall. Okay. I missed. Rip. Just take it easy. Alright, to the end. If you're fast enough, you can catch a cycle where you can do it in 2 jumps, but I did it in 3 jumps just to be sure. And this one you can't finish it early, so I'm just gonna let our friend bounce around. Alright, 4-3 is a very interesting level because there's nothing quite like it in this game. It is definitely really unique. So basically, you want to get big to destroy these big rocks, and the way you're gonna do that is by eating all these things on the ground. And because, you know, you're hungry, so you want to eat. Makes sense, right? So we're gonna roll around and we have to collect everything because you need 75 and there's basically exactly 75. As you see, you're already getting quite big. But you still get hit by these, so we have to be careful. And there you go, because we have 75, we can go there. Okay. So here we have to push these strawberries because, you know, everything is food related in this level. We have to push them on the checkpoint. Oh, I really didn't want to hit that. I'm gonna do sometime. You don't want to hit any critters on this level just because you don't want to go to the moon. But since I hit one by mistake, I'll have like 15 seconds to wait in the moon or something that I waste. Unfortunately. I wasn't careful enough, but so now we got the key for the door at the beginning, so we have to make our way there in the dark world by avoiding all the fake portal. And I think that's a good one, if I remember. Yeah. No, oh my god, I went the wrong way. That's quite interesting. Okay. Alright, to the end. We had some trouble, it's still fine. So it's 20 seconds. As you can see, there's a bunch of spike, but because you're in big mode, you don't take any damage first, so you kinda have to wait. There is nothing you can do about it. Alright, so now 4-4. Actually, this is the planet where we're gonna fight Armillo himself, and we're gonna bring him back into our squad. So there's gonna, like all of the other boss planet earlier, the style is to fight him a few times, like a small. It's not big fights, but you fight him like a few times through the level. And every time it's, you know, something a bit different. But this one is fairly unique. Especially the first one that we'll see very soon. I'll try not to take too much damage and catch this cycle. Okay, so there is Armillo, so for this first phase, we just push him into the lava. Oh. I messed up. Okay. And we have to do that 4 times. Oh, okay. Miss my jump. Here I need at least 2. I got 3, it's fine. Doesn't really matter. So he's gonna be rolling around trying to hit you. You wanna be avoiding him and just shooting him. It takes quite a lot of shots. And at some point he's gonna start going really fast. Like this. You have to make sure to go in rounds. Okay. Now there's one final stance, which he's gonna be using the big block ability. I'm gonna wait to catch the cycle here. Here we go. And this is, in my opinion, the hardest boss fight in the game. Much harder than the final boss. Oh, I messed up. Okay. This is really hard. I'll just take it easy. Oh, no. I think I killed them at the same time. That's really unfortunate. Good thing though, we have multiple lives, so... Oh my god. Okay. That is not going well. Like I said, it is a pretty hard boss fight. Okay, that should be fine. Now Armillo is back to himself, so... we get to play the last world with him, thankfully. Okay, so 5-1, if I remember correctly, is a pretty big maze. Yeah, it's the maze one, okay. So, this one, there's a new mechanic of like, there's an overworld and then there's like caves that you can dig in. There's not really any dark world, like you're used to see. But it's just kind of going underground in these caves and finding your way. So it's pretty much just a big caves where I'm gonna go around and collect the keys to events. And we don't need any critters, so I'll make sure to avoid them so we don't have to go on the moon. In fact, I don't think I need any critters until the end. So we won't see any more moons. Here's a really simple puzzle that you have to do to open the door. After a while, there's rocks that starts to go down. It's not really a big deal. This one, I think. So this has an actual order that you have to hit them, otherwise that won't work. So a lot of this level is just knowing where to go and what to do. Like here, we have to the laser go away, otherwise you're gonna take damage. Oh, that's the wrong one. Oh, again. Oh, I kinda got lost. Alright, everything should be fine. I got back on track, so... So this is... like I said, there's one Dark World. There's only this one, this level, but it is really big and really hard. So hopefully I get it right. There's a lot of these little time things that you have to collect because this is just very long. And there's a capsule in here, and I'm gonna try to get if I can find it. Like I said, this is a pretty much a maze. Okay, so we're at a good place. You just have to wait for the thing, and by destroying it we get the secret level. Which is gonna appear here, and then we can just exit, and yeah. A pretty tough level overall. And by tough, I mean for the Dark World. The overworld, just knowing where to go, it's not really that bad. It can be confusing at times, but not really. And then when you get to the Dark World, it's just quite confusing because it's the same everywhere. You just really need to know where to go, and make sure you grab these timers, because otherwise you're gonna run out of time. It's really important. Okay, so 5.2, it implements this new mechanic, which is you have like buttons, and you basically have to use your clone to beat the puzzle. But here I'm gonna do a really interesting skip. I'm gonna skip over this and activate this one. And normally you need these two to open the door that I just skipped, that you see on screen. But I can actually do it with these two. And if I go back here, I can actually skip the whole puzzle that I need a clone here. Because instead of, because normally to activate this puzzle and open the door I just went through, you need to use the clone. And if you don't use the clone, you can't actually activate both at the same time. But because I did one of each, it kind of tricked the game, and I don't have to do the puzzle at all. Careful here. Okay. So here again, well, I missed it. Not too big. There's a checkpoint right here. There's an order in which you need to activate them. So I do that. Okay, that's a pretty hard puzzle to do. You have to space yourself correctly with your clone to touch both at the same time. Okay, kinda messed up the jump. And one last level at the end. you have to use all 3 that spawns and make your way to these checkpoints. Should be fine. No, let's destroy that. And you know, these can only respond to the same input you do with your main character, so you have to keep an eye on yourself as well. Alright, 5-3. This is a second to last level. It is. There's a lot to it. I mean, it's really easy to lose a run here, but if you're careful enough, it's not so much of a problem. They really push your they try to push your ability of the platform on the platforming side and solving puzzle. Which I hope I still remember this one. I do. Got confused a bit for a second. It's really easy to forget that. Oh, wait. No, I messed up. I can't seem to be going the way I want. There you go. I keep going like one too far, and okay. So you know, as you can see, sometimes it's just quite hard to remember these puzzles because they're quite long. So the Dark World. This is another of the harder Dark World you have to go through, and the same. And here you see the same bug that you've seen in the first in 1-1. That for some reason you don't really see anywhere else until 5-3. You just smash B to get through it. Alright, so then again, just this portion of Dark World is pretty easy, just some platforming to get here. But then this area is actually pretty tricky. You can easily get hit a lot of time because there's pretty much cannon all around this area that tries to shoot you, and you have to already dodge the spikes and stuff to activate all of the portions of this. Oh, well, see, I messed up already. I'll actually one away. Okay. Can be hard at times. There we go. Can get probably the most annoying Dark World in the game. You just have a lot of these rollers around, and with a lot of explosive barrels, and you have to make your way through. Sometimes you can kind of get walled, but it doesn't really happen there, so we're fine. And here, just jump over this, making it to the loading zone. Here the zipper is actually... Oh, I somehow missed it. Okay. What I was about to say is they actually send you in the direction they're pointing, so you're not... So you don't really have to steer. But you still have to steer a bit. Like you... Oh wow. I should just follow these. Like what I'm trying to say, they don't you don't have to turn completely by yourself. They do help you a bit. Try to be safe because I might game over here, and that would not be a good thing. All right. Though, really convenient here. You can just fall and hand the moon early. Alright, so secret 5-1, which is going to be the last secret of the run and the last level before the final boss. Which is basically a big climb to the top to reach the red loading zone, or like the red finish. But because, as you've probably seen, we've been skipping the shop this entire time, and they had to put something to make you go in the shop. So, right there, we can't decrypt the secret, and they came up with an item in the shop, which makes you decrypt this. And it should be this, yeah. Now we should be able to complete it. We didn't buy anything in the shop because most of the items are stuff like oh, more health, or oh, it's not good. More health, like, oh, faster a bit, or stuff like that. Wow, I can't. Okay, I'm just gonna go down. The thing is, I try to do it without touching the ground, but if I don't actually have my jump in the air. So I just go down and take the safety jump. And here you can bounce on these. Oh. Can be quite finicky to use. Here I could jump on this one, but it's really important actually that I don't, because I need to land to get to this one, because I need my jump in the air. Alright, so 5-1 done, so we can actually access the last level. The final battle, so you'll get to see who's behind all of this and who's controlling the spaceship that keeps going around. The boss fight itself it's actually pretty easy. It's hard to optimize because there's quite a bit of RNG in it, but it's definitely not like anything extreme, or like it's not extremely based off RNG or anything, and it's not like you can't really get screwed either. So that's a fairly nice boss fight. Alright, so we're gonna have to find a way to beat him, and conveniently there's an enemy that's gonna give you some rocks to try to use a trampoline and shoot the rocks to in his face. So I'm gonna wait here. I messed up my shot on the rock. Because what you need to do is you have to bring the rock all the way on the other side without them getting crushed and without you getting crushed as well. And you have to hit him, I think, 5 times, 4 or 5 times. And that's gonna get destroyed, I think. Yeah, that's not good. And let that one pass. Okay, that was pretty scary. As you see, it's gonna get the rate of them stomping. It goes quite a bit faster every time. Oh, that's not good. Alright. One more time. Alright, finally. So phase 1 is done now. We're gonna enter phase 2 of the boss fight, which is going inside, and I'm gonna try not to get hit here. It's fairly easy. It's fairly easy to die here, just because there's a ton of spike that you have to go around. You have the ship following you. Here you can kind of let the thing work. And I even got the good RNG where the spaceship actually did help you destroy some of them, some of the batteries. So now basically the boss is dead and we get all our HP left. Except the boss is not really dead. We still have a small part to do. Now, you know, he's attacking our planet, so we get really mad, and for some reason we get really big and we start shooting laser because logic. This part is just really mashing Y and try to go as fast as possible. So what he's trying to do, he was trying to kill me with a really big attack, but he got hit by something else that you'll see in the credits. But for now, we have to escape. Escape is not too hard, just gonna have to know where to go. And there we go. Time is always after the last the score. So now would be the run. So a fairly cool run. Obviously I did a lot of mistakes in this showcase, but you can see a bit what the game is about. And if you wonder why the final boss got hit at the end, basically our friend put in you all of the plans and went back to our own planet and put this big mirror you see right now, and he reflected the shot and killed the boss. So no, wait, that's Armillo. So